Mrs. Williams?
Yes?
Lieutenant Columbo, local police. I seem to have dropped my pen out here somewhere.
Just a minute. Would you like some help?
Oh, no, that won't be necessary. Thank you very much. I'll just take another quick look.
I can get a flashlight.
Oh, really, don't bother. It's all right. I've got some matches.
It's no trouble.
Oh, really, it's not that important. It's just a pen. You see, it was engraved. That was the only reason. But I'll buy another one, and I'll have that one engraved. You see, the pen itself was worthless.
Is that it?
Where?
There?
Oh. No.
No.
Is everything all right, Mr. Williams?
Lieutenant Columbo's lost his pen.
Oh, listen, don't bother him about it.
Lieutenant Columbo.
Oh, yes. How do you do? How are you? Mrs. Williams, I think that we can forget about the pen now.
Would you like me to get you a flashlight?
I offered
No,
him a
really,
flashlight.
it's not that
That
important.
last car was from the police. They found your husband's car.
Was there any sign of violence?
None whatsoever.
How do you suppose they stopped it?
The car was found near a stop sign. So we assume that when your husband pulled up to the intersection, the kidnappers found the opportunity.
Mr. Carlson, there's a gentleman here to see you.
Oh, Lieutenant. Yes, gentlemen, this is Lieutenant Columbo, our local police liaison.
How do you do?
As I was saying, the stop sign suggests that you... Is there something we can do for you, Lieutenant?
Well, I dropped by to tell you that they found the car.
We already have that information.
I can see that.
How's the tap in coming?
Not yet.
Feel perfectly free to stay if you like, Lieutenant.
Oh, thank you very much.
Jerry, I'd like you to get a man. Check out the houses in the area where the car was found. Somebody may have seen something or heard something last night. You start from sunset and work your way up. Oh, and Hammond, be sure to get the lab report on the briefcase and the luggage found in the car.
Mr. Carson,
Yes.
do you suppose that the kidnappers followed him all the way from Phoenix?
Well, I doubt that, Mrs. Williams.
But they must have known when he left Phoenix.
Well, that's what makes us think that they may have had someone there checking out the time of departure. You see, if that's true, they could notify their Confederates here, and then they could...
The lieutenant would like to see the ransom note.
Oh, certainly. Do you know exactly what time your husband would have left Phoenix?
Excuse me. May I see the envelope, please?
Oh, surely.
No, I didn't. Neither did anyone in my office.
Hammond, which police garage would they have taken the car to?
Downtown.
I'll arrange for our people to run a set of fingerprints. You know, strange thing, Mrs. Williams. When you look at the route that your husband must have taken, the best place for the...
What is that, an aerial map?
Right here. Right in your own neighborhood.
Oh, I see.
The streets are dark, secluded.
What's it for?
Right. Excuse me.
No, it came with the instructions from the kidnappers.
Well, they sent instructions.
Oh, yeah.
What were they?
Well, Mrs. Williams is to
Miller?
fly alone, north along this highway. When she reaches this point on the map, she takes a heading out across the desert.
Exactly.
Now, there'll be a flashing light signal right about there, and the money's to be dropped in a bag. Usual warnings, no cops.
Right.
When is it drop?
Well, that we don't know. But like it says, they'll call us tonight.
Now, listen, Miller. The victim's car has been picked up by the LAPD. They've got it in the downtown garage. That's right. What I want you to do is run a fingerprint check on it for us, will you?
You fly a plane?
Yes.
By yourself?
Yes.
No kidding.
No kidding.
Yeah, they'll probably give you a little static, but... We're going on the basis that the victim crossed the state line.
Excuse me. How's it going?
Fine.
We figure the
through in a few
kidnappers had
minutes.
to be working out of Phoenix as well as here.
We'll have to wait till he
And
gets
that
off the
makes it a
phone before
federal
we can
case.
check it out.
Fascinating.
Right, well, you let me know if you have any problems. Right.
Can I help you, Lieutenant?
Oh. No, just browsing.
For anything in particular?
No.
Because if there's anything you'd like, I'd be only too happy to help.
Oh. Thank you very much. Mrs. Williams.
Yes.
Men's room?
Oh, the powder room is up those steps, down the hall, and first door on your right. Have you got that? First door on your right.
It'll be ready in a minute, Mr. Carlson.
Good.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Perfect.
House is cold.
I must say, Mrs. Williams, you're bearing up through this very well indeed.
May seem like it, but if it weren't for you...
Well, that's very kind of you, Mrs. Williams. But we just do what we can, that's all.
You're very modest. Tell me, do you think that you'll find any trace of fingerprints in the car?
Frankly, I doubt it. Well, it's a very professional, well-planned operation. See, they knew what time your husband was coming from out of town. They know about your flying a plane. No. No, I think the only fingerprints we'll find will be your husband's. And yours, of course.
Did you find it, Lieutenant?
Oh, yes, very well. Thank you. Listen, I have to tell you, Mrs. Williams, that you've got some beautiful place here.
You just make yourself at home.
Say, you know the soap you have in the bathroom? The one shaped like little lemons?
Yes.
Well, I was almost afraid to use them.
But that's what they're there for, Lieutenant, to be used.
Well, if you don't mind my asking, when you use one and you put it back in the plate, how do you keep it from sticking to the others?
It's a problem.
That's what I figured.
Do you know what I think? I think, since we're all going to be waiting here, that I'm going to fix us all dinner.
Oh, that won't be necessary, Mrs. Williams. We can have something sent in.
Oh, please, let me do it. It will keep me busy, you know.
All right, thank you.
Mrs. Williams,
Yes?
don't you have any living servants?
Yes.
Oh, well, it must be the same problem everywhere. If you want something done, you gotta do it yourself.
How's that, Lieutenant?
Oh, I was just saying, you know, you pay a lot of money for help and you end up doing the cooking.
Well, you see, my housekeeper's been on vacation for the last weeks.
Oh, I see. Then, so you've been here alone. Well, listen, if there's, anything I can do to help, peel potatoes, whatever, you just feel free.
You'll be the first to know.
Just one more thing.